Hello, hello, it's Rangers Radio. Hello, hello, this is the Foreign Show. We're on the air at 9 o'clock on every weekday night, taking calls from the mains. Hello, hello, it's Rangers Radio. Hello, hello, this is the Foreign Show. We're on the air at 9 o'clock on every weekday night, taking calls about the Jazz.
Well, good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio. Joining myself, Fox, here on the panel this evening is the one and only Fox, who's straight back from Love Island, and Big Ulster Bear. How we doing, gentlemen?
Hello, how are you doing, guys? Great to be back.
How you doing there, all smooth sacks?
I'm just getting myself working here, and I had to get the starting horn out there to get the computer going, mate, but we seem to be okay and running, so
Is
welcome.
that smoke? Is that smoke meant to be coming out of that computer, Fox?
Oh, the smoke's coming out of my rear end, mate, making sure everything was working, but we seem to be up and running.
How are you,
Seems
Big
as-
Ulster? Enjoying the weather?
Yeah, the weather's been fantastic over here. We've been very lucky. I can't remember it being this warm for so long, and in such a long time, especially this many days in a row. So hopefully it keeps up, lads. It's really good. We deserve a wee bit of weather.
Maybe you'll no need day bonfires to keep you warm in July then.
Oh, don't worry, we'll still fire them up. No problem.
Oh, that's good. I like a bit of tradition. What about you,
Of course.
Fox? What you been up to?
Out doing a bit of sunbathing a couple of weeks ago. I was over at the County Down Rangers Supporters Club end of season
right,
dance.
How'd that go for you?
I went over with Broxy and Jim Hanna was coming, but Jim took no well at in the airport, mate. But we travelled over, had a lovely time, mate, along with Arthur Newman, Ian Durant, young Jamie Barjonas and Zach Rudden, and also Tom the commentator. So I had a really good time, mate, and well looked after by the boys there, you know. Especially with Trevor Maxwell and his lovely wife and his son and daughter, who were very, very good to us, mate.
All right, how was Arthur Newman, mate?
Oh, brilliant, mate. Absolutely great fun. Great fun at it. The only thing about him, mate, he still looks the same age as he did when he stopped playing for us. He looked absolutely terrific. Never stopped. He never stopped dancing all night. Oh, mate, I'll tell you the new, he just looks the same. Well, he does to me anyway, and he thoroughly enjoyed it. And Ian Durant, what a gentleman, mate. I thoroughly enjoyed being in his company, mate.
That's quite funny, me Durant, eh?
Oh, aye, a real blue nose is Ian Durant, mate. Tom, the commentator, was himself, and the two young boys behaved impeccably, mate. Answered all questions, up and danced with the people. Really, really good show by the young boys. Very respectful and a good advert for the Rangers youth, mate.
Brilliant, mate, brilliant. What about yourself, Ulster? You been up to anything, mate?
Not really. Not as much as Fox. No,
he's
just
man,
working
isn't
out. Just working out. But I tell you, I love hearing stories like that. It's absolutely amazing because there's a big, as we all know, big support over here. So anytime they get players and legends over and people representing the club over here in Northern Ireland, it's fantastic. And I hope you had a good time, Fox, I'm sure.
Oh, I did, mate.
Well, it's the same. It works both ways, doesn't it? We get looked after when we're over in Scotland. I'm sure you got looked after just as good when you were over here, mate.
Oh, it was, mate. And the next day we went and got a wee tour of the old Shankill Road, mate, which I thoroughly enjoyed as well. So,
is that your first time on it?
Well, it's my first time getting a real tour of it, mate, and looking at all the memorials and everything else. It was absolutely brilliant.
Different world, isn't it?
It's good on you, mate.
Oh, and Belfast is looking very, very well. The city centre's very trendy now, and I quite enjoyed a wee tour of that as well.
We're getting there.
Was that for a Slater's point of view, Fox?
No, that was my cultural head on, mate.
Just thought you might have been miring some of the roofs, mate, you know?
No. But it's a lovely place, the city centre now, mate. Lots of trendy wee coffee shops, etc. good pubs. What more do you want?
Did you bring back any vegetation for anybody?
Aye, I got Broxy back in the one piece. Aye, we brought back some dulse. Dulse, we went searching for dulse, which, as everybody knows, is a kind of seaweed. But by the time we got it back, mate, it all dried up, so it was useless. So
I think you can get that to the Paris.
probably could, mate. It was for all Mac. You know, all Mac said they thoroughly enjoyed it. And we had a wee search and we got some. I was only worried about getting it through the customs on the way back in case they thought it was something else that was vegetarian, you know.
Would have been the first time they've had the gloves on with you, is it?
No, it would not be, no.
Anyway, Ulster, how's it been met over by me? What's happening with the club? Positive? Stephen Gerrard effect?
Yeah.
What are people thinking?
They're buzzing, mate. Everybody's buzzing. Seriously, I haven't, like, in my lifetime, you know, Gaza obviously was a big one then when I was only growing up, but since then, between then and probably now, I think this is probably the biggest buzz that there's been, especially over here. People's really buying into it. Definitely, you know, that's what everybody's talking about. Everybody's talking about Stevie. Yeah, you know, that's all you get everywhere you go. And even, you know, some people maybe don't support Rangers, you know, for people who just like, say, the English football, you know, even them are getting on board and they're asking, what about this? Isn't this great for the club, you know? So everybody's talking about it. And everybody's just busting now to get these shirts on them, these new shirts. That's what everybody's waiting for now. So, yeah, it's a big, big buzz. And I'm sure it's the same in Scotland, mate. And across the world, hopefully it'll be the same.
What about yourself, Fox? Are you picking up positivity?
Well, I'm always positive. You know what, like I am. But my expectation for the season up and coming, I'm really excited about it. But the expectation level, I think we need to remember that new manager, there'll be a big bunch of new players, take a wee bit of time to settle in, but I hope we can honestly get off on a good footing and start doing some good right away. It's going to be a bit of a year, I think. I'm not expecting that much of the team, but at the background, I'm hoping that we win everything, mate.
I'm putting it out there, mate. I think we'll win 20 more points than we did last season. There you go.
It's a lot of expectation out of this. This is this man's first professional job at the level we're at, mate. A lot of new players coming in. Can we get them to gel before the start of the Europa League? We'll need to wait and see. We've got a couple of friendlies, which we'll probably talk about later, coming up. Only one game, as we know, at the moment, before we kick off on about the 12th. And it's a tough ask to get us up and running right away. I don't know what you think of that. Ulster?
No, I think you're right there. You know, it's going to take time. It is going to take time. It's, you know, he's going to bring it. It's a whole different coaching level. He's brought in his own backroom staff. He's going to be bringing in his own players. How many, we don't know yet, but I'm sure there'll be, I would say, probably at least half a dozen, probably half a team, maybe more if we're lucky. It depends how budgets go, etc. And it's going to take a wee bit of time. But like Ox is thinking of 20 points, I think he's maybe right there because the home form, I'm expecting our home form to be a lot better than what it was last season, because for some reason I think we had a team at times were maybe actually frightened to play at Ibrox, which is a strange one. That should be our fortress, but unfortunately last season that wasn't to be. But I get where you're coming from too. Expectation levels, you don't want them to be too crazily high because it is his first season, but hopefully everything falls into place. You never know where we're going to end up next season.
Fox, you talked about Stephen Gerrard's first job, but he's brought in his backroom staff, mate. Gary McAllister, Michael Beale, Tom Coulshaw, Georgian Wilson and Colin Stewart's retained. I mean, the only name I know there is, two names, obviously, Colin Stewart. Jim Stewart's lad, who's building up a reputation as a goalkeeping coach, and obviously Gary McAllister, which a real experienced number two there, mate, who's managed on his own, been about the game for quite a long time, obviously knows Rangers, knows Scottish football to a certain degree. So the team, the jigsaw pieces are all falling into place. Unfortunately, I think Jonathan Johansson could be maybe a casualty there, mate.
there might be a couple of casualties, but we'll just need to wait and see as the summer moves on, who's staying, who's going. I'm probably glad he's bringing in his own coaching staff, mate. They've came from a good background at Liverpool, who are used to training at a high degree. I hope our fitness improves. A lot of people were saying last year that we weren't really totally fit at times, and I'm hoping to see an improvement in that area. And also on the football side, we need to have players that have to be winners. That needs to be instilled in them. I hope some of the signings he's making, the likes of Arfield, McGregor, I don't think we'll need to worry too much about. Very experienced pros. We signed that young boy, what's his name?
Well, we're talking about the backroom staff here. Wait a minute, I was letting the signings in a minute.
I'm just saying, there's a lot to put together here. It's in a very short space of time, mate. For me, anyway, I was hoping we would have more than just the backroom squad. I was hoping to have a few more signings at the moment, especially in the centre-back area, you know. So
just calm down. Remember, the football world has been on holiday for a couple of weeks, you know.
But we've no. The Rangers support haven't been on holiday, mate, you know.
No, I know, we've been busy buying season tickets, big Ulster, eh?
Oh, season tickets has went through the roof, guys, isn't it? That's another discussion point, suppose, for later.
Aye, anyway, Fox, if people want to join us, what's the number? 3.5?
He's in the huff.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead, you finish her off.
0141 356 1972 is the number you can get through
and
on
you
your
can join
phone.
us at RangersRadio.online, where my mate Fox will bring you into the call. Anyway, we've got to give a shout out to Butterbean, mate, who's done a wee bit of work for us, Fox, hasn't he?
Aye, he's been putting together a wee competition for the World Cup. Are we going to go into that tonight, mate?
No. Me and you are going to make your predictions live on Tuesday, mate.
Oh, I will be back on Tuesday. Very good.
Tuesday.
Forward to that.
I've got a funny feeling there could be some signings between now and Tuesday, Fox.
Well, I think the goal, what's his name, Goldston.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a done deal, mate. I think it's just a case of agreeing personal terms and the medical. So he looks like we're third biggest signing so far this season. A thing that we've all been crying for, a big, tall, strong, quick centre-back. And I hope everything goes to plan and he comes in. I'm looking forward to seeing him, mate.
All right. Obviously, I've not seen any of his play, mate. But if it's a centre-half, Mark Allen, Stevie Gerrard's give it a rubber stamp, Ulster. He's going to come in and improve our team. I'm happy.
Yep, I agree, mate. I've done a wee bit of digging myself, obviously, through the Brighton sort of forums to see what their thoughts on him, and they're a wee bit disappointed that he could be leaving, actually, and a lot of them were hoping that he could be staying with Brighton. But look at India. I think he a couple of years ago, actually, he had a heart condition. He was actually doing really, really well on that Brighton side, and was one of the main players, actually, as they were coming up through the Championship up into the Premiership. But then obviously they found this heart condition, which they had to obviously look at, and I think he's struggled a wee bit ever since, obviously because they've bought big players, as these clubs do in the Premiership, to try and stay in the Premiership, but maybe bought a better standard of player for the Premier League. But the Brighton fans definitely think he's a good player and could benefit Rangers, so that's a good thing for us, and that's what we need. We've struggled for so long, so many years now. Bridge, who's always on the show, is demanding a centre back, and hopefully if we get him in, this can be the kind of centre back that we've been looking for.
Okay, so we brought in the boy Scott Arfield, Fox. Is that obviously that was just at the end of the season. Competitive midfield player, a plus for you?
Aye, got another guy with bags of experience along with McGregor, mate. Something that we do need. We've got quite a good wee selection of midfielders now. With Arfield there, we've still got Ryan Jack to come back for injury. You've still got Dorns to come back for injury. So we've got the young boy that we got for Hamilton, Greg Docherty. still there as well. So I think
don't forget Rossiter.
Aye, Rossiter's another one. I think we're fairly comfortable in the middle of the park if we can find the right combination of all the names. And that's not to say that we couldn't still bring in somebody else. The young boy, Uwe Ajaria, I think that's the way you call him, mate. He looks
How are you pronouncing that, Fox? How are you pronouncing that?
Uwe Ajaria.
Ovi's a terrier, did you say?
No, he's not that, mate. Far from that. But he looks a very technical player, big lumpier lad, what I've seen on YouTube. And I think he'll be in looking for a wee role somewhere in the attacking midfield, just behind maybe possibly the one or two up front. We don't know what Steven Gerrard's tactics are going to be, so it'd be very hard to say who'd be pushing for what position and where until we see the first game, which will be is against Bury, the first game, I think. So we'll just have to wait.
You gave me a script here. I might as well rip it up.
Sorry.
It's
a drink in the heat, mate.
All days been at me, Ulster. Stick to the script.
Tell you one thing, that Ardfield fella, he's a cracking player. He's another one with bags of experience. Burnley would have kept him happily. That's another thing you have to look at. They were happy with him. John Dice was actually played him, I think, 18 times last season, and they had a fantastic. That's probably one of the best seasons Burnley's had in decades. Fantastic. First time ever getting themselves in Europe, and he was a big part of that. So getting a good experienced player who's already played in the Scottish division and now coming back, it's great. And then another, just where we were talking about Doherty and Rossiter, how lucky are them two guys at that age to have the likes of Gary McAllister, captain for Scotland, done great things down in wasn't the old First Division, and Steven Gerrard, two of them great midfielders at the club to learn off. Them two guys, I think you'll see them, their careers could go a lot better for them now, having that experience and having them two midfielders to talk to now and to learn off. Great.
So we brought the new boy in. How are we pronouncing it, Fox?
Well, how I'm pronouncing it is Ove Ejaria. I think we'll need to get a nickname from
we'll need to follow some. Obi, he plays in the midfield as well, correct?
Correct, aye, but I think he's a more advanced player than some of the other midfielders we've got in the squad at the moment. So I think he's somebody that can produce a bit of magic, but he's still a young boy, still learning his trade, highly thought of in the Liverpool scene, mate. So let's see what he does.
Your contract the same day he came up on loan, eh?
Well, that just shows you what Klopp thinks about him, mate, that hopefully he's going to progress into being a really good midfielder. Whether he'll be good enough to walk into our team or no, we'll just have to wait and see. But I don't expect Steven Gerrard would have took somebody like him if he wasn't expecting to actually play him,
What's your thinking there, Ulster?
It's a strange one. As you say, Liverpool have obviously given him another 4-year contract, which is amazing, obviously, for him. And then a year that's going to be up at Rangers. Hopefully it's 6-6. It's just weird because the loan system hasn't really worked out too good for us. I'm trying to think of any of them that's been really that, the loan players we've got in before have had wee spells of good play, but in the main, probably not been great.
If I'm being really honest, the last real successful loan player we had was your countryman, Mr. S. Davis.
Aye. Well, that ended up up the permanent deal. Yeah, that's a lot. But you never know. It's a new manager now who's picking the loan players, and obviously Gerrard being at Liverpool, he's obviously knows this player, so he must think he can do a job. It'll be interesting to see, will he be a first team player, or will he, like as Fox says, will he be that sort of skillful player, that impact player that you need when the game's maybe 0-0 or you need to go. Maybe that could happen, but it'll be interesting to see. But yeah, fantastic to have these people on board.
I think I would agree with you. The loanees that we've had there the last couple of seasons have flattered to deceive. When the first came to Ibrox, young Zellerlam was like that. We all thought he was going to be a star, but he was quickly found out in the Premier League where strength and pace mean much more than technical ability when you're playing against some of these sides in the SPFL. So at least this boy's got a bit of build about him. I don't think he'll be easily shoved off the ball. And as I say, he's supposed to have great technical ability. But let's wait and see, and no just watch him here the first couple of games and think he's going to be a superstar, a wee bit like the young American that came up as well for Fulham. We thought he was going to be great for us, and he faded. So, and then with the other, what was it, John, man? Forget his name at the moment. He
Arsenal.
Aye, was it Arsenal? John Terrell, that's the boy, aye. They all looked good, but they were quickly found out, as I say, where I think the strength of tackles going in, they weren't be able to handle things. So we'll just have to see how this young boy gets on.
Goss was another Fox you could add to that list. He had a really good start, didn't he?
Yep.
And then sort of faded out at the end.
The one that was consistent through his whole loan spell, Fox, was Russell Martin.
Aye, consistently bad, mate. My God, I'm glad we never jumped in there he'd first and signed him. I think this is quite a good way that the Rangers have started, mate, where they take people on loan or they bring them in trial before, especially younger players, and we have a right good look instead of just jumping in feet first and we sign them and they turn out they can't cope up here. So, as we know with McGregor, been here, done it, mate. I think he won 11 major honours or something like that before he left us. Where did he go to when he left us? Turkey, wasn't it? No, he went to Besiktas, did he know? For a couple of years.
He went to Besiktas for a short spell, and then
I mean, that's team honours. You're forgetting about his individual honours, mate. He's got a few.
I'm just saying that McGregor's definitely probably a better goalkeeper than Wes for me. Maybe Wes could learn a lot off of McGregor, especially positional sense, which I think he lets himself down badly. The number of goals that were scored against him from outside the box last year was incredible. Good shot stopper close in, but he never pushed on as much as most of the support had hoped he would with Big Wes. But I think he'll stay for the challenge. I think we've more chance of Alnick leaving than Wes. So, and young Liam Kelly, of course, who left the club today, which probably promotes young.
Script.
Aye, well, I'm only gabbing on. It's a Friday night and I've had 4 vodkas. What more are you wanting?
Can I ask you one quick question? It's been on my mind.
Don't ask him. You'll not get a right answer.
Yeah, I know the VODs in them. See, we were talking about Russell Martin, and that was a disaster. Would we have done any worse last season than giving Clint Hill another year? The way it worked out.
I would have given him another year. I quite like Clint Hill.
We would have been more organised than we were. Game to game, mate.
I think so, yeah. And he's hung up the boots now, hasn't he? But he was actually Player of the Year down in where he was playing there. You know, and I just sort of... Huh? Carlisle, that's correct. Yeah. I still think that man would have done a good, even for a season.
All right. So, I mean, obviously, so far, the 2 signings of came for England have been confirmed as our goalkeeper, Scott Arfield, and the boy on loan. McGregor, for you, is that improving my first team, Ulster?
Yes, definitely. That's another player. He was Player of the Year as a goalkeeper, obviously, down at Hull there. And I think he was instrumental, actually, in keeping that club in the Championship. But if it wasn't him between the sticks, I think that team would have went down, to be honest. That's how good a season he had. And we know what he brings to the table. He's done it before. He's won trophies. And I'm a bit like everybody else, after what happened, blah, 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 maybe be a bit of a bitter taste. But I think we'll have to just accept that he's here now and look at the positives. And I think if you're looking at what we have in the goalkeeping positions, I think if McGregor's now in there, he's the best keeper we have, definitely.
All right, and you're right, Fox, young boy Kelly, it's been announced, it's official, he's left to join Livingston, mate. So that leaves us with, obviously, Alan McGregor. We're tipping him to be number one. There's rumours that Jack Alwitz is going to
Shrewsbury or something.
Shrewsbury.
Yeah.
That's rumours been on social media. So that leaves us with three goalkeepers, and one of them being a young boy McCrory. So if Wes moves on, I think maybe we'll be signing our goalkeeper.
I don't know. I think three keepers is enough, mate.
That's what I mean. I said if Wes moves on, if Wes is no happy to play second fiddle, you know.
I think Wesley's got it in him to put up a bit of fight for his number one position. As I say, I think he'll learn a lot of McGregor. McGregor's what the new 35, 36, around about that age. So what's he got a contract for a couple of years? So Wes could learn a lot off Alan McGregor, who's a good goalkeeper for me. And I think he'll probably start as our number one. I don't know what you think. Are we there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I don't think it's a contest for me at the moment. I think McGregor's the number one by a distance. I'll go to Ulster, but before I go to Ulster, if people want to give a call on that, it's 0141 356 1972. Or where else can you join us, Fox?
At RangersRadio.online. If you haven't phoned the show before, just send me a friend's request and I'll answer it straight away and they'll be able to bring you in.
Yeah. So number one goalie for you, Ulster?
Aye, has to be, mate. Has to be. You know, I think the same old problems were coming with foreign at times. You know, people were on the show, obviously phoning our show, and all different when you were in the pubs and clubs, and maybe thinking Fox could have done better in certain instances. But I think McGregor, especially after the season he had last season, he's proved that he's not over the hill quite yet. So I think he's definitely number one. I'm surprised at the Liam Kelly thing, because speaking to Alexi Ibrox coming on, I know he watches the youth. He always spoke really, really highly of Liam Kelly. He was hoping he was one for the future, but the club have obviously decided that Livingstone taking him, they're happy enough with that. So it'll be interesting to see if Foderingham stays or goes. I was in the feeling that he would have went, to be honest. But with Alnwick and the rumours of Alnwick going, maybe Foxy's right. Maybe Fod's staying for the fight. Maybe that's what he's going to do. And if he can, a couple of seasons with McGregor teaching him a few things of where he's maybe went wrong in past seasons and brings him on to be a better goalkeeper, then that's fantastic for us.
And what about when you go, Fox?
I can understand young Liam Kelly leaving, mate. He's at that age. I think he's about 22, 23, and he's sitting behind two goalkeepers of a lot more experience than him. I think he's made them the right move to go and further his career, and good luck to the young boy.
Here.
Fair shout, mate. Alan McGregor's 36, 37 in January, mate.
Is he? Right.
Aye. You know, obviously a bit of luck, injuries, etc. He could be there for a few years yet.
Aye, if he keeps himself fit and he stays away from injury, he could have another 2 to 3 years, Alan McGregor. So I think that'll probably be the length of his contract then, mate. You need to remember, this is Gerrard's start of a 4-year reign, and I think there'll be a lot of changes if things go well for us. And we'll see a big turn there of personnel in the next couple of years to try and get us back to where we were before. I
think there could be a big turn in the personnel the next couple of weeks, mate. The hard bit's always going to be getting people out the door, Ulster, so picking up on that so far.
Well, this is it. We're trying to get people out, you know. But at the minute, we don't know. People's been asked. I think the only people at the minute is obviously Liam Kelly's confirmed. I think there's rumours that one of the clubs down in England are looking for Joe Doty on loan. There's one of the clubs down there, I think it's Blackpool actually, are interested in taking him on another season-long loan. And then obviously Alnwick's another one going out the door. But I think we need a lot more to follow them. Lucky enough, we've got Pena. He's got himself another club in Mexico for the remainder of the 6 months as well. So But we need a lot more, right? Don't we? Like, with a lot of dead wood there. If we want to start bringing people in, we need to get these wages off. Wow.
This is a hard bit, Foxy.
But I think we've started doing it. There's also rumours of Halloran being off as well, mate, off to Australia.
Oh, yes,
So
forgot.
that's another one out the door. One that a lot of Rangers supporters will be perfectly happy to see the back of him. I think they'll be. I think they're doing a good job. They're going through and seeing who they can and can't get rid of straight away. There's a couple like your Harry Forresters, etc. They'll be a wee bit harder to shift because of the money they're on at Ibrox. But we maybe have to take a hit in that. And people, own players like him, we'll need to pay them to get rid of them. But I think Stephen Gerrard and Mark Allen are starting to work on who's to stay and who's to go. I mean, the main two names at the moment are Windass and Tavernier that he spoke to. A lot of people have got their doubts about Windass, Tavernier as well. But let's see how they play under Stephen Gerrard, mate. Hopefully, we don't know what tactics or formations that Gerrard is going to play. I think Liverpool play a 3-4-3 throughout their whole squads, and I take it his youth team played that as well. Don't know if that'll be the tactic that he'll try and implement up here. If that's the case, 3 at the back, we're still to need to find another 2 centre-backs along with the boy Golston, if he signs. So we'll just have to wait and see.
I think there could be a lot of movement, mate, but in modern football now, it's getting rid of fringe players is the hard bit. It used to be that if people want to get in the game, they were looking to move on. A lot of them seem to be happy to sit and take the money. Ulster,
Aye, but don't forget, these players that we've got, looking like Harry Forrester, Ox. I don't know what we're paying him, right? But I would say it's a very better wage than what Wimbledon could offer, and they took him on loan last season. I was looking at the loans, they went out and seeing how to get on, and he was struggling to get on for that AFC Wimbledon side all season. But so maybe if we can get them loaned out again, and these clubs can take a part of their wages off them. But I don't think they're going to offer, like Harry Forrest and these other players, I don't think they're going to offer them more money than what they're going to be getting at Rangers.
No chance, mate. No
exactly.
chance.
So these
that's I think that people have to do their homework about Mark Warburton, how he ever thought, and I'll take this to Fox, to give the players who hadn't done nothing, the length of contracts was just unbelievable. Fox? Fox? I don't like when he goes quiet, Ulster.
Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that.
He's just filling his glass.
I was just taking a big gulp of my body and coke there. So, Mark Warburton, mate.
The length of contracts, Forrester, Holt, Andy Halliday, no offence, but geez,
I think that goes back to the time, to be honest with you. I think a lot of that's down to the board at the time, mate, where he allowed players like that to be signed on long-term contracts. We seem to have got our act together now. Mark Allen's dealing with all these sort of things, whereas before the board were just accepting whatever manager put forward for it. I mean, the Pina one was absolutely horrendous for us, mate. And it showed for me that we had no scouting system in place at the time. We never checked out that guy before he came here. I think they were like the support, watched a couple of clips of him on YouTube and read about how good a player he was a couple of years before it. Let's hope now that we're doing proper scouting of players before we bring them in. And that we wouldn't end up in the same sort of mess that we ended up with just now, with loads of players that had no chance really of making it in Rangers once we started to progress a bit.
we could see that, mate. Surely the football manager should be able to see it, but that's another story, Ulster.
Well, this is it. Exactly, mate. We know the problems, and we're feeling the crux of that now. These contracts.
So who would you get rid of? You would get rid of Cardozo?
Definitely.
Yeah. Alves?
Yes.
Fox?
Cardozo, He's never looked like a player. He's got the sort of attributes that we probably like. He's fast on the ground, no scared of a tackle, not the greatest in the air, but his decision making was horrendous. And he just never progressed. We all thought he was going to be something. He was still young and he'll learn, but he's never learned. So I would let him go. I don't think Alves will come back to Rangers myself personally once the World Cup is over. I've heard rumours that he's probably going to sign for a second division team in Portugal. So let's hope that is, and that takes another hefty lump off the wage bill.
All right, and what about the big controversial one? What about Lee Wallace? Is he ways?
I think Lee's probably played his last game for Rangers. I don't think his form in the last few years, with between that and injury, mate, that Lee's been one of our better players for a few years now. And I think are you talking about him and Miller's situation, or just him just now, mate? Miller's already, his contract's up and out the door. Lee Wallace and him are both disputing the amount of fines that they had during their time here at Rangers. Now everybody's allowed to put in an appeal, mate, if they think that they've done wrong, and they're welcome to have their appeal. But I just wish that had been sorted out in the background without it all going through the papers again, you know.
It seemed to take an awful long time, Fox, I'll be honest with you. It seemed to take an awful long time, yeah.
Well, none of the support know the real true story, what happened in that dressing room. Funny enough, is the man at the centre of it all has been re-employed by Rangers back in his old job as a youth coach.
Wait a minute, have you looked at the script? Number 8?
Number 8, sorry, right. You carry on then.
Ulster, what day is it, me? I've done this script, he says to me.
This a new thing with Rangers Radio, a script, is it?
It was your idea. You've got to stick to the script, Ops, he said to me.
Stick to the script.
You know what's up with him? I'll be really honest with you. I said I wouldn't say, and he's been in standby for that Love Island for about 10 days and he's not the call.
Oh, not good enough.
No, he's really peed off about it. So you think Miller's off? Wallace is off, Fox, do you?
I don't think he can return now, mate. Obviously, the board think that he was out of order. And I think it would be better for all concerned if he moved on, mate. I think young Declan John looks a better prospect now. I did like Lee Wallace at times, but he was a poor defender. Great going forward, but poor defender. Young Declan John can, if he manages to hold on to his place as well, I think he's a better prospect for us in the long run.
What about yourself, Ulster? Any thoughts?
I'm agreed on that. I think we were all, well, not everybody. There's people who obviously like Lee Wallace as a player. I thought he was starting to, his best years were behind him. He just started to be, as we were playing better teams, going through the leagues, he'd done a great job. But as we were playing better teams, especially that first year back in the Premiership, obviously against the better quality of player, you've seen the years of being down in the leagues had obviously took its toll on him, and his defending abilities just weren't there anymore. And I think the new guy we're saying there has obviously come in. He's Welsh international. He's playing some good football for us, and I think he's a better player, to be honest. And especially after the appeal, as Fox says, you've got a situation there where you've one guy in the middle of it who obviously is back at the club. You've got two guys appealing the decision, so they obviously think they've done nothing wrong. And the club obviously believe after investigation that they did do wrong. So now they've stuck that appeal in. How Lee Wallace can come back, I don't see it happening, to be honest. I think he'll probably be on his way.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. You never know. I don't know if they're appealing the decision. I think they might be appealing the amount, Fox.
That's probably true, mate. I think they were fined as much as Rangers could actually fine them, which 4 weeks' wages. So we'll just have to wait and see how that gets resolved, Ox. But as you asked me earlier, do I think that's his last game for Rangers? The last time he played, I'd say yes. I don't see any way back for Lee Wallace.
Well, if anybody's got any thoughts on that, that's us getting rid of Alves. Wallace, Cardozo. Anybody else? Did I miss anybody else there?
On the Alves thing, mate, would you take him back for another to the end of his contract?
My own personal view, Fox.
Aye, yep.
If Alves was to move on and we were to stop paying his wages next week and shake hands and that would be it, he goes somewhere else, I'd be quite happy, mate.
Okay.
I'd be the same. The problem is for Alves, the first big Old Firm game, which is the big games, that's what he was bought and paid a good wage to be in the big games. The first Old Firm game, I think he was away with Portugal somewhere, didn't bother playing. Then he plays in the next Old Firm game, he lasts, I don't know how long, say 20 minutes, maybe a bit longer, but I can't remember exactly. He walks off the pitch with a niggly injury, and then I don't think he played another Old Firm game after that. I could be wrong, but I don't think he did. And that's the problem with Alves. When we needed him in the big games, he was never there. And with niggling injuries and at his age, etc., I think it'd be a good movement by the club to get him out and use those wages on bringing quality back in.
Oh, so that's about 4 defenders. That leaves us with Tavernier, the boy for Brighton if he signs, Goldson, Declan John. So we're really short, Fox, if that scenario comes off.
Well, it does look like we've got a lot of buying still to do, mate, but if we can shift these players out, then we'll have the money to maybe go in there and pick up. I've always said, mate, Rangers' ways forward now in the modern game now is we will sign 3 or 4 or 5 quality players going forward, but I think we're going to definitely depend on good loan signings, people out of contract to keep our squad up to the best we possibly can for the money we can pay out at this present time, mate. As I said, Steven Gerrard's a 4-year project, and it's a 4 years is a long time to change the squad around. Look, we've got 2 fullbacks in Declan John and Tavernier, who aren't the greatest of defenders, but probably good enough for the Scottish League at the present time. So I think it's just a matter of waiting, mate. As I say, I don't expect that much this season. I'm hoping we did really well, but I'm no 100% sure I'm going to go out and say this is gone for 55 year. I think it's going to take it. No, I know that, but it's the expectation because we've brought in a big name like Steven Gerrard. Mate, doesn't alter the fact that we're still we haven't got funds to bring in real quality. The price of the game, the price of player contracts and player to buy them in now, mate, is went totally overboard now, and even a championship player is looking at for sort of quality of wages where we used to get Terry Butchers and that for, you know. So it's a different game now, and we'll just have to get the best.
Butcher was ever on, mate.
But if you come back to the time, what sort of contracts we were getting compared to the rest of England and places like that, mate, you know.
Best players in Britain. So one of the sort of funny stories was this Pino one, Ulster. I don't know if you've been following that.
Hi, that's a weird one. That is a weird one. I think he's obviously, had a bit of problems at his last club there in Mexico. I think he's got issues, hasn't he? He's got issues with alcohol, etc. You know, so I'm surprised that another club's actually has been willing to take him on board. To be fair, I thought he was just certain to be back at Rangers, to be honest, after that contract having to be torn up. You know, but I wish him all the best. To be honest, player-wise, I don't think he's that great. I think it has been a bit of a disaster for us for the amount we have paid out and the wages we're paying him. But I do wish him all the best. I hope he wins his battle with the alcohol.
If he's got demons, Fox, we wish him all the best. But as you pointed out earlier on, how did we sign him?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, Mexican football, mate, is more corrupt than it is in our country. These deals go on all the time. Weird deals go on all the time in Mexico. And they're now calling it a sub-loan, where we've loaned them out to Cruz Azul, mate, and they've sub-loaned them to Nexa, is that or something they call it, the other side. So it's just the way Mexican football operates. But he's got a chance to redeem himself, and I hope it works out for the guy. Alcohol addiction's a terrible thing, as I could be a testament to, you know, but you know what it's like, mate, you know.
No, I don't know what it's like.
Oh, well, I thought watching you had an alcohol problem. You did the last time we were out in party, I can tell you.
Only because the pub's shut.
But I mean, you know, he signed his sellout after 3 weeks now. I don't think he's cured. I don't know what goes on in Mexico, mate, but I think he's one of the guys that a lot of people have made money out of his football career apart from himself, and that's the way it'll go on with him.
All right, interesting to see. Well, obviously that's it extended up till next Christmas, am I right, Fox?
Aye, that's him. Well, that's the full length that we loaned him out for, was 1 year, wasn't it?
Yeah. I still think we haven't heard the last of Pena, to be honest.
Oh,
you know.
Don't say that, Ulster.
I know. I hope I'm wrong. I hope everything works out for him. I hope he has a fantastic time in Mexico and his career revitalizes again, and one of the clubs hoping are willing to pay the money to keep him there full time and take him off our wage bill.
All right, people need to remember this is a phone-in show. If you want to join us, it's 0141 356 1972, or you can join us at Skype at RangersRadio.online and talk about anything that's happened this summer, even the bold Fox's adventures. So, Pena's away. There doesn't seem to be a lot of more movement in the midfield sense. I mean, obviously, Windass, the sort of midfield player's been spoken about in the media. Nobody else really there. O'Halloran, talking him going to Mexico. Kenny Miller's contract's finished.
O'Halloran's gone to Mexico?
Australia.
Has he got a drink problem or no?
Aye, he has got a drink problem. It's sprinkled with something. Kenny Miller's contract's finished. Herrera, I don't think we'll see him again, Ulster, do you?
I hope not. That's another. It just shows you how bad those signings were, because we're not even giving them a hope. We're just like, get them out. Don't want to see them again. It was just such a. And he was another one. Sat in our. Never complained, to be fair to him. We never caused much trouble. He just sort of sat about, obviously, and done his training. Just wasn't good enough to get into the first team. I would really desperately try. That's another one we need to get rid of. Definitely. He is not. He just hasn't got it, to be honest. He might go to Mexico, might do well there again. He's done well there before, but we need him out of the club, definitely. We just can't have people like this, and we don't have big money. We don't have multi-million pounds to have people sitting on the bench for half of the season not kicking a football. It's just we can't have it. So hopefully somebody was willing to take a punt on him and moves him on.
He's gone. I think Fox. Do you think we'll see him again, personally?
No, I think he's over in Mexico as well at the present time. Hopefully doesn't come back, mate. Never at any time really showed in. I think that Kashina was into people trafficking, mate. That's what I think he was into. Because I'll tell you what, I've played with boys that are 10 times better than he ever was, mate. He scored one goal, I remember, a nice wee flick, but the rest of the time he was like a semi-mobile traffic cone, and he should never, ever have been at Rangers, mate.
You've been a bit disrespectful to a traffic cone there, Fox.
He showed absolutely nothing, mate, absolutely nothing. We had young boys and we're under 18s that would have performed better than him.
All right, so we've also signed up Jamie Murphy, mate, which is now a done deal with full time. Is that a plus for you, Ulster?
Yes, I know some people were having complaints that towards the end of the season that maybe he wasn't as good as he could have been. I still think, I don't know where, but I still think Rangers going forward, Stephen Gerrard will have a different position for him somewhere in the forward line. I have a feeling, and he does have he's bags of experience. He's a fantastic football player. I think he's one of those types of players who'll play better with better quality players around him.
From yourself, Fox, good move.
I think he's wasted out on the left-hand side, mate. I've always fancied him through the middle. He's one of the few players that we had on our side last year that could beat a man. Drifting in for the right, he did the same every single time. But the one thing was people couldn't stop him going by them. I like him. I think running at defender straight through the middle would be a better position for him. He's no very good out in the left for me because he has that thing that we have had missing for years, a left-handed player that in the Neil McCann mode that could put a ball in for the left with his left foot, mate. And I don't go this playing a right-footed player on the left and a left-footed player on the right. For me, it doesn't seem to work for us. It works for other clubs, but it doesn't work for Rangers, mate.
All right, yeah, I don't think you're alone in that thinking, Ulster.
Yeah, I think you're right. I see Scotland's such a fast-paced game. If you want to get, as you say, if you're on your running down the left-hand side, you don't get, in other leagues, you get space to maybe turn your body and swing the ball in, because that's what you have to do. Obviously, if you're a right-footed player on the left, you have to turn your body to wing the ball in with your right foot, and you don't get that time in Scotland. It's 100 miles an hour. Everybody's, flying into tackles. And I think that's a problem sometimes. I think that's probably why it doesn't work for us in Scotland, to be honest. I think, like Foxy says, play your left on the left and play your right on the right and let them swing the ball in first time.
All right. The problem when you've got that is that when you do go to the outside, then you need to be naturally two-footed sometimes to make it work, But Jamie Murphy, nice player for me, intelligent player. I think if Windass goes, he can maybe start appearing in that role, potentially. Yeah. But I'm sure Stevie G's got his own ideas, Foxy boy.
Well, obviously, if he's contacted Windass along with Taverner, mate, he really sees the two as something that he can build into the way he's going to play. So, again, we'll need to see if there's a new role for Windass. He wasn't very good when he was stuck out in the left either. I think we lost any good bits in Windass's play. I think he can score goals. But when he's coming, he's another one that had to come inside all the time, and he was easily robbed of the ball sometimes.
My problem with Windass, Fox, is if you look at the stats and you look at the goals he scored, the goals he made, you could put an argument up to the successful season, But then when you actually watch him, mate, when he's not involved, he's just rotten.
I stuck up for him a lot last year because of his goal-scoring record and his assist, mate. As I said last year, if Cummings had a run in the side and he'd produced the goals that he had, we'd all be saying that he's a great player. I think Windass, everybody ought to talk about is he's nae heart. We've had plenty of players in our teams, mate, that said nae heart. There's a lot of them never. Tommy McLean was a great wee player, never tackled MD. You know what I mean? We've had them in our sides before, but Windass seems to look lost because he breaks forward and never gets back to cover when he was in the midfield. Might be different under Steven Gerrard, mate. And there's a lot of clubs outside Scotland that really reckon Windass is a bit of a player for me, you know.
It's kind of bizarre, isn't it? People see it differently. Yeah, Ulster.
Yeah, this is it. Like, I was a wee bit the same as you boys. You know, you're getting frustrated with him. Like, he would have had 10 minutes of brilliance, and then 80 minutes, you just forgot he was there. You just, maybe he maybe got the ball the odd time. You're like, oh, I forgot he was on the pitch. You know what I mean? And I think that's been a problem for Windass. I think that's what most of the problem with it, the fans have with him, that he wasn't involved enough. And when he was involved, he done some fantastic. You know, the statistics are there. The goals he scored, the assists he had, unbelievable season if you're looking at it on paper. But actually watching every game, it could have been very frustrating. But I think the talk is that Gerrard has wants him, so maybe he has a different position for him, or maybe he'll do a different system to have Windass more involved in games than what he has been last season.
If I came along tomorrow and said 3 million win this, yes or no, Fox?
I would honestly like, I said when we were talking at the end of the season last year, I would definitely like to keep him for another season. I think there's a player in there that's finding the right role for him. And up front, we've only got one striker left who's Morelos at the moment, mate. And I think Windass would be better really up top. I think he could create and score goals if he was playing beside a striker up front. So give him another season, mate. You still get 3 million for him in a season's time. And let's wait and see how he performs under Gerrard. If he doesn't perform, the Rangers support will just boo him off the park, because he's had a lot of chances and he hasn't really fulfilled the potential we all thought that he might have had when he first came up here.
You mentioned Morelos then, that brings me on nicely to the Morelos situation.
I'm on the script now.
You found the script?
Oh, how did you manage that, mate?
Oh, it's easy when you know where to look.
All right, okay. Did you turn the page here?
I did.
Well done. You wondered what that meant. PTO, didn't you?
Sorry.
See what? Morelos, will he be there at the start of the season for you, Ulster?
Oh, that's a hard one. That is a hard one. I don't know. Does he want to be there? That's another thing.
Just letting you know, that was the reason why Fox got kicked off of Love Island. The same answer as you've just given.
All right. No, it's a strange one. I don't know. Morelos, like, at the start of the season, he was fantastic, banging in goals left, right, and centre. I think he ended up, I think it was his last 9 games, he'd only scored 1 goal in the last 9. The problems is the big games. The big games come, the big chances are there, and Morelos hasn't been taking them. Whether or not Gerrard again, obviously it's up to him. Does he think there's a player in there? Then obviously we'll go with him. But I have a feeling, I don't know why, I have a feeling he didn't look like a happy player after the window closed. I have a feeling that he was maybe looking to move away, to be honest, and I think that's what he maybe sees his future elsewhere. But then again, with Stephen Jordan, such a big name, maybe he'll be keen to stay a season under Gerrard. We'll have to wait and see, but he just didn't look like a happy player to me, to be honest, at the end.
Is he starting to lead the line for you in the first after the transfer window?
Well, he had a long season last year, mate, and he was a young boy, 21, in a foreign country. For him, I think he started well. I don't know if tiredness came into it. The thought of the move after around about January time has maybe took his mind off the game a wee bit. But you can't fault him in work rate. You can't fault him in holding up the ball and bringing other players in. Yes, he missed a right barrelload of chances. But as I say, he's only 21. Another guy I would give another year for unless some silly money comes in for him. I don't know what we would call silly money in this day and age. Maybe 5 million, 6 million, round about that. I think the Rangers would let him go if that sort of thing came in again. I don't know what you think.
Rumoured that it was up to 8.5 million in the window.
Believed to be. I think the bid was definitely in, but I think it was a lot of it wouldn't have been the full amount up front, mate. And I think Rangers decided at that time that we were still in with a wee shout, challenging the Tims, mate, for the title, and we just thought that probably would get the same amount of money for him in the summer, and took the gamble to keep him there and try our best to kind of challenge Celtic, mate. That's what I thought,
Looks a mistake now, does it, for you, Ulster?
Well, if that was, if you're sending me 8.5 million, I know we don't think I mightn't have been the actual figure, but that was crazy money. I think the problem was that the club, well, Graham Murray at the time wanted to hang on to him because we're still in with a chance with the league, and probably thought that he needed him to push on if we were going to win it. And obviously, it just didn't work out. It was probably his worst part of this his Rangers career was towards the end of the season, I would have took the money, to be honest. And if that kind of money comes up again, I think we'll have to take it, definitely.
Here. Anyway, we've reached that time in the evening, and hopefully people will join us after the tunes that Foxy's going to give us. So if you don't mind going on mute, we'll have some tunes. There's a hint for you, Fox. Dear Fox.
There's a pub in Green Street where all good proddies you will meet. So come down here and together we'll have a jar. A welcome there you will receive, so good that you won't want to leave. A fine wee pub is Saltcoats Mermaid Bar. You'll hear the sash, and Derry's walls, just like in your own wee orange halls. The banter here you will enjoy, as long as you're a proddy boy. A good time in the Mermaid is had by one and all. We all support the Queen and Crown. The prices here are the best in town, and the bar staff, they are one terrific crew. Everyone laughing, full of cheer. It's one tremendous atmosphere, singing to support the red, white and blue. You'll hear the sash, and Derry's walls, just like in your own wee orange halls. The banter here you will enjoy, as long as you're a proddy boy. A good time in the Mermaid is had by one and all. It's nice to come to the Mermaid Bar when Rangers are playing at Tybrook's Park. You'll forget your worries and all your cares, singing songs against the Thames before you watch the Rangers win. For everyone here supports the Teddy Bears. You'll hear the sash, and Derry's walls, just like in your own wee orange halls. The banter here you will enjoy, as long as you're a proddy boy. A good time in the Mermaid is had by one and all. If you are up from Belfast town, Tyrone, Fermanagh or County Down, Armagh, Antrim or London, Derry shores, the Mermaid is the place for you, so come and have a drink or two. Next time in Saltcoats you'll want to come back for more. You'll hear the sash, and Derry's walls, just like in your own wee orange halls. The banter here you will enjoy, as long as you're a proddy boy. A good time in the Mermaid is had by one and all. You'll hear the sash, and Derry's walls, just like in your own wee orange halls. The banter here you will enjoy, as long as you're a proddy boy. A good time in the Mermaid is had by one and all. A good time in the Mermaid is had by one and all. A good time in the Mermaid is had by one and all.
Well, thanks for that, Fox. You enjoy that, Ulster?
Oh, yes. I was toe tapping the whole way.
All right. I think a few new people in the lobby, Fox, wondering about the dancing.
Well, I enjoyed that all.
Aye. Some of your favourite tunes, yeah? Some of your favourite tunes. Anyway, can I just put a shout out for what Butterbean's done for us? And I believe we got a wee announcement on that, Fox. We might have a mystery prize, eh?
Aye, well, I definitely got a prize to the winner for the winner of the World Cup Prediction League. So we'll announce what it is. Maybe on Tuesday
Star
night.
Prize.
Yes, it is indeed.
A mystery star prize. So if you get your predictions in, you've got up till next Thursday, the group stages start, I believe.
Well, hopefully we'll pick that up on Tuesday night and tell people how it works. We'll probably get Butterbean on to explain it for a wee quarter of an hour, and we can...
Tuesdays, I think he does Pilates the Tuesday, mate.
Okay.
I think Butterbean does Pilates on a Tuesday, mate. But you never know, you might miss it for 1 week. Get us a correct score, 2 points for a correct score. 2 points for the correct result, 3 bonus points for the correct score, yeah?
Yep.
So you can get 5 points, 3 points, 2 points, or no points, Ulster, eh?
That'll be interesting. Something to keep the interest in, won't it?
Get yourself in there, have a wee bit of fun. As long as you beat Hoot, that's the main thing, innit, Fox?
Yes, as indeed. Well, I'm here, mate. Can I give a wee shout out to Newhall True Blues down there in Derbyshire, who are having their end of season party on Saturday the 9th of June. They've got the Highfield Loyalist Flute Band from Liverpool playing, and there'll be a DJ and a buffet, and it's at the Newhall Labour Club, if MD's interested, down that way.
All right, okay. Well, there's another big event you're on tomorrow down the south coast, mate.
Yes, the Legends game, mate, which takes place down there. Is it Sutton the game's at?
Sutton United, 3 o'clock kick-off, mate. Rangers Legends versus Chelsea Legends.
I think we won that game 6-4 last year, I think it was, didn't he? Marco Negri scored 4 goals in that game last year, so big shout out to that as well.
I bought a new pair of boots, but I've wasted them all stuff. Aye, so I hope they get a good turnout in the minute. Tomorrow they've called it the Ray Wilkins Trophy. Quite fitting, Fox, eh?
Aye, it is indeed. I think Ray put in a wee bit of work for the one last year, so it's quite fitting, as you say. I hope it gets a good turnout. It was a good turnout last year. I think quite a few people went down for up here, and it was well attended for people down south as well.
I think they called me loyal over there last year, mate. You know that?
Aye, they could have been, mate.
Aye, I think they were.
I think wee George said that to us when he was up, didn't he?
I can't remember even seeing George.
Well, used to, but I was the only sober one that night. Anyway, what we're moving on to next. There we go, it's in the lobby. Sutton United FC, London, at 3 p.m.
There we go, eh? Well, we're on any shout-outs, Ulster?
Oh, I leave mine to the end.
All right, okay, mate, all right. Okay, so what one of the big stories is what's happened in the last few weeks is the Broomy Bears. I'll be really, really honest. I didn't think it would happen. I didn't see it coming. Thoughts, Ulster?
It's fantastic. Unbelievable. I didn't, like yourself, I didn't think it was going to happen. But it has. And I think it's a good move from the club. That's what we want to see. If there's a big derby game and 8,000 of our supporters are desperate to attend but can't because of an away support, I think that's wrong. Now, some people might say it'll kill the atmosphere a bit, and we will have to wait and see if it does or it doesn't. But I think that, if the fans are there and they're demanding, to buy these season tickets, and I've proved before, I think the tickets were already up a couple of days and everybody's already came and took them. I think that's a good thing for the club, and that's the way to move forward. We need to look after our own support first.
Thoughts, Fox?
I never thought that would happen either, mate. I didn't think that Rangers would allow it to happen, but suddenly they have. It looks like we'll be able to sell. Well, they have sold the season tickets for it already. I think Ibrox is going to be a series. It's a lot of positives to it, but there's some negative bits that nobody mentions to me, for me, and that's that the chance to be able to buy a ticket to go and see the Rangers. Not everybody can afford a season ticket, mate, and sometimes I think in the back of my mind that it'll maybe stop a lot of younger bears getting to the game. No, the whole of the Brumbies fill up, mate. What will it do to our future support, mate? If they can never get into Ibrox, you know?
You talking about new support?
Yes. And
how long is the stadium going to be sold out week in, week out before you start thinking about redevelopment, Fox?
I think we would need to hold on for a few years yet, mate. That's a big outlay to extend the stadium, and I don't see that happening in the near future, mate. Do you think there's possibilities of that?
It's a pound, shillings and pence decision for me, mate. You need to see what the cost would be and how quickly you get your cash back. But if you're selling out every week and supplies outstripping demand, and you've got an argument to do it, Ulster.
Well, this is it. You need to weigh it up, don't you? Is this going to go on? Is this demand going to go on for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years? This is something to have to look into. You know, I don't want to say it, but just toxic. Everything goes to pot this next couple of seasons again. We're not doing well. I used to, when the Gerrard Revolution has turned out to be as good as it has been, and we're halfway in the middle of putting big money into redeveloping Ibrox, and maybe the demand won't be the same there for it. That's another thing. That's what they have to weigh up. Have to weigh these things up. But I do get where Fox is coming from. It's a question that myself and I know season ticket holders come first. If you can sell your tickets all right, that's fantastic. Don't get me wrong. But what the problem is I look at it is like the supporters clubs over here, like ourselves, we travel pretty regularly. Maybe not every single game, but we travel pretty regularly, as you know, I'm normally over a good part of the season. And, will supporters clubs still be guaranteed the same amount of tickets?
I don't think you can be, mate. But that's
the problem.
I mean, I see that as a positive, mate, the fact that you'll not get in.
Oh, well, I'm going by results. But the only negative is for me, right, is just for talk's sake, you've got clubs over here, not just here, down in England, all around the world. But I'm just talking about here because I'm in a sport.
Yeah.
And just say we lose members. Just say you get members going, well, I'm not really going to pay in. I'm not going to buy into that supporters club now because I'm not guaranteed a ticket for a game. So we obviously have to book tickets well in advance, hotels, flights, etc. And if you're not guaranteed tickets, then we can't guarantee our club members tickets. They could eventually say, there's no point being in the supporters club. The supporters clubs could maybe then fold due to this. And the only problem is with that is if, as we're talking again there, if you don't get this demand, say in 4 or 5 years' time, like we have now, and them supporters clubs are gone, you'll probably not get those supporter clubs up and running again, and that could be a problem for the future for me, for Rangers, But we'll have to wait and see.
Have we got to be really, really organised, Fox, and the support got to be cute? And not put your season ticket in the drawer if you can't, mate, and you're not going to be there. Get it out there and get it back to the club and let you earn a bit of money towards next year's season ticket and the club earn a bit more cash.
Well, that system's already in place where you can contact Rangers.
It's been really poorly took up, Fox.
I think the bit that surprised me, mate, I thought in tandem with doing that, they should have allowed safe standing in the front the Brummy, mate. They could have distributed the people who wanted to sit to the back end of the Brummy, mate, and made the full front standing area for me. And I think that would help with the atmosphere at Ibrox as well.
All right, okay. I wonder if that's a possibility for maybe next season, one thing at a time, Fox.
But then you would have to start moving people again, mate. And for me, if they'd have thought it through, a lot of the fans are clambering for safe standing, mate, and we can't move people out of their seats that have been sitting in them for years and years. So there was the opportunity when they decided on this way of action in the Brummy. They could have incorporated both at once, mate, and they'd have made
Two
a lot
birds with
of
one
fans.
stone, is that what you're saying?
Made a lot of fans very happy, mate.
Right.
And I don't think the people in the Brummy would have complained to have that the safe standing in front of them, mate. You know that for me anyway.
Ulster, your club. Obviously there might have been some season tickets involved with some of the fellas.
Mm-hmm.
But generally, how did you get your tickets? How many's in your club, for instance, for a start?
Well, we would have, say, 20 members.
Right, okay.
And what you would do is, obviously, you would just, you were guaranteed so many tickets. So say we applied for 15 a game or 20, whatever. And obviously we booked our hotel and booked everything months and months in advance, knowing that those tickets were guaranteed to us. At the minute, it mightn't be. So we mightn't get as many members coming over because obviously they're not guaranteed a ticket for the game, and it's just the questions then could come. You could just basically get people going, look, why am I paying X amount of pounds here to be in this Rangers club if you just can't guarantee me tickets? There's no point putting the money into the club if you're getting no tickets back from it,
Mm-hmm. One of the troubles might be now that is getting the tickets together, eh?
Well, this is another thing. You're going to have junior members who maybe won't be able to sit with their parents. This is the thing, But I don't get me wrong. I get it. It's amazing. All these season tickets, it is amazing. And if clubs do suffer for it, I hope it's it's something that they carry on. I hope it's something, as I say, the sport keep banning, because once they stop banning, Rangers might still have those supporters clubs to fall back on to take those X amount of tickets.
So there is some negatives in it, Fox, for you?
Aye, of course there is, mate. But surely the positives can outweigh the negatives. As I said earlier on, safe standing would have made a lot of people happy. And it's just a pity we've not took this opportunity when we've got the chance to do it. Let's wait and see if it happens next year.
Just quickly, Stephen McPherson is wanting a shout out. Big Ulster gives a shout out for the Drum Chapel Protestant Boys Blue Band. So there you go, mate. There's your wee shout out for you.
Drum Chapel?
The Drum Chapel.
Some good people for the drum. Good on you, big man. I'm really pleased at the positivity surrounding the season tickets. I'll be honest, I'll repeat myself. I never seen it coming. But if you think back, Fox, to say the Hibs game at the start of the season against Ibrox, similar setup, sellout, Hibs to the corner, the place was electric that day. So can it be the atmosphere still be retained?
Well, I think the standing section would bring the big atmosphere to Ibrox, mate. I mean, I don't get much singing up where I'm at. The main stand's very quiet that way, but I think round the rest of the park, I think the young Union Bears do a terrific job of producing an atmosphere at Ibrox. And,
you might have a bit more noise this season.
Why is that?
You got a couple of people near you now.
Oh, you? Oh, that's right. Aye, there's a couple of people moving up in there, so hopefully I can stay out of your way and get home sober at night.
My boy bought his season ticket for Australia, there you go. Mad man, it is. But
there's big changes coming into Scottish football now when we're talking about the Brummy for Bears things, mate. How are the supporters buses going to fare? We reduced allocations everywhere. Last year was a real struggle. We had Mount Vernon on here many a time moaning about the problems that the supporters buses are getting with trying to get tickets for game. Do you think it's going to be worse this year? Do you think these buses will now struggle to keep running? You might run a full bus to Ibrox, but when you're only getting 3 and 4 tickets per supporters bus for some of these grounds, what's the use of doing away games with a bus, mate? It's not going to pay, is it?
I mean, we've heard Ryan and Mount with the problems of the buses, the grounds in Scotland are that wee now that we go to, we don't get treated well. I mean, you go to Perth, there's thousands of empty seats, you don't get them, which is madness. Motherwell. I think
the Ross County game last year where people even way tickets never get into, mate. Is that the sort of problems their supporter buses are going to encounter now as they go to some of these small grounds next year? You know, it's the allocation is, we can't say too much about it because we're cutting everybody's allocation to 800.
No, mate.
So
No, we're only cutting one team's allocation, aren't we, really?
well, the rest of them will remain the same. I mean, out of memory last year, Hibs brought a decent support. Hearts was decent. But apart from that, with some of the smaller clubs, mate, it was just a waste of time giving them a section altogether last year. So I just feel sorry for our supporters that travel to empty grounds just for the sake of so that they can cut your allocation. I don't know how they can afford. I don't know how Motherwell can afford to have so many empty seats just so that they can keep the Rangers to that one wee bit. Absolute madness, mate, for that game, innit?
Cutting off your nose to spite your face, huh?
Aye. And then
Anyway.
the next thing they'll be greeting is that they've no money to run the club again, you know.
If people want to join us in this Rangers Radio, the opening show of 2018-19 Ulster, the Stevie G era has started, mate. What's the number?
0141 356 1972.
Where else can they join us, folks?
You can join us at RangersRadio.online. And tell those people that are out there, like we've got other streams again, new streams running.
What we on now, folks? What we on now? We're on everything, aren't we?
Oh, we're on YouTube, Facebook, MixLR, Periscope, and Twitter. So,
Snapchat.
any Snapchat as well, well, they're another one. We're on them all. And for MD listening on some of these platforms that don't have a chat room, we've got a superb chat room in here and they can come and join us at Rangers Radio. So a wee shout out and thank you for listening, all those that's there. Let's go Rangers Radio, as Fal Wheel says.
Let's go. I heard that a lot last weekend in a certain pub I frequented, Fox. Became a popular shout. I wonder why, Ulster. Let's go.
I wonder.
They always said it when I walked in.
It's all new saying there, isn't it? Let's go. Let's go. Brilliant. I love it.
Does Steven Gerrard realise the expectations it's on his shoulders, Fox?
I hope he does, mate. I hope he does understand. Anyway, we'll just give our first caller of the night, believe it. And it's all the way from Denver in America. Good evening, Denver.
Good evening, Denver.
How are we doing, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back. This last couple of weeks I've had to work from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, believe it or not.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, Denver.
Come on, you guys need to get your act together here, boys.
We're due a wee holiday. We went about 5 years without a break, mate, you know.
Oh, you're right enough, guys. So is this your full time? Are you back full time now, or is it just a one-off show?
Building up. We'll be building up, Denver. Building up.
Excellent. Good.
About July the first time we kick a ball, which I'm going to actually mention, is the 6th, Saturday the 6th, which I'm a bit disappointed. That's going to clash with another certain event in Glasgow, I think, yeah?
Well, you know, you just did a walk in the morning and take in the game in the afternoon, boys. That's it.
Aye. You miss the band's coming back.
No, it's a Friday night, that game, is it? No. I think it's a 7:15 a Friday, I'm quite sure.
2 birds, 1 stone. Sounds good to me.
Excellent. Well, what a way to start that weekend, boys, eh? What a weekend.
Me and folks out on the Friday night, then we'll meet up for breakfast about 7:30 on the Saturday morning. Oh,
I'll be staying away for you.
That's terrible, Denver, isn't it?
That's your friends for you, eh? That's your friend.
Oh, and he never said he was away raving it up in Ibiza last week, mate. Thinks he's 17 again. I sent him down a whistle and a glow stick, you know.
Oh, don't.
You know yourself, Fox, you're always 17. You're always
Aye.
17. You never grow up. You never grow up, man.
I was 17 to Tuesday, Denver. Then I was 117.
Good.
What's
So
your
looking
thinking?
forward to the season, obviously. Looking forward
What's
to
your
the
thinking,
season,
mate?
obviously, guys.
What are you thinking? What's
What's that?
happening? What's your thinking? What's
You
happening?
know, it's so good. I like that low key stuff at the moment. I think we're going to get. I will get a big major signing coming in. You know, I like to see some of the fringe players getting sent out. Get rid of them. You know, time to move on. Time to just move on and move upwards. You know, I like that low key profile at the moment.
What are you making it? It looks as if the boy was signing the centre half for Brighton. I mean, I'll be honest with you, Denver, I've not seen the boy play, so I can't judge, you know.
I don't
McGregor
know
for
anything
you?
about him.
McGregor
No,
for you?
McGregor's a no for me. I just feel that I think I said this to you one of the last times I was on. You know, too many times we turn the clock back. You know, Alex. I think there'll be plenty. You know, he's a great keeper and all that, but I'm not a great believer at turning the clock back. I like to move forward all the time, you know, so hopefully it works out for him and he'll get my 100% support. But honestly, I'm not. I never regularly see guys coming back to the club that do well. I can't even think of many options of that, you know. So,
Well, that's a fair comment. That's a fair comment. Fair comment. What's the positions need strengthening for you immediately, Denver?
Centre half, you know.
I don't think anybody doubts
You know,
that.
centre half. You know, that no doubt about it. You know. Have we got any word on is Tav going to move on, or are we going to keep hold of him, or what's happening?
You need to keep your ears close to the ground. See what I've done there, Fox, with the Tav one. It doesn't. It's all went quiet, Tav and Windass and the transfer. I mean, Windass was back in training on his own, getting fit, you know. So,
Sure, I believe that.
I don't know if that's been quiet. Well, it's quieter than we thought it would be. Our information is it's going to start heating up a bit next week. So, because the fixtures come out next Friday, and then you're no far out. You're about 2 weeks away for your first friendly game, etc. So you'll need to start building the squad. At the moment, it looks as if Tav's staying, but we'll get a lot of fringe players to get ready Denver. Eh?
Oh, aye. There's, you know, you could probably pull 22 players out your head and just get rid of them, you know. So what about Alves and Cardozo and them? You know, are you going to move them on, or what's going to happen, Jake?
It's a yes for us, but if only life was that simple, Fox. Eh?
Aye, we'll just need to wait and see. Hopefully Mark Allen gets his nose to the grindstone and works out ways to shift people out the club. I think it started, Denver. I'm like Ox a wee bit as well. I think there'll be a lot of movement next week in the transfer market. We're going shortly to Spain for our training sessions. So I think he would hope to have quite a lot of his new signings in by then. And so I think next week's going to be a big week in the Rangers community and see the signings that will all come in then.
It's exciting, you know, because you know there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. I'm so happy that they're keeping a lid on everything, you know. That's the way I like to see it. You know, being a Masonic man myself, you know.
Fox?
Well, I don't want to comment on that. I think Denver knows my thoughts on that. Sometimes you've got to. It's good to do your business quietly and efficiently, and make sure you cover all your work, you know.
That's it. You know, there's been too many bucket moves in the club, you know, and you know, letting everybody know what's going on behind the scenes and all that. So it's time to move on to that and be a professional club now again, you know, and the Rangers we know and love, you know.
picked up another shout out here. The Garrahill Rangers Supporters Club, which young Mount Vernon's involved in, they're going to Dunmarnock tomorrow night for their end of season do, so I hope that goes well for them, Fox.
Oh, I wish I'd have known about it. I might have took a saunter down there. But we'll wait and see.
Ticket only, I've been informed, and there's none for you.
I'll get lifted there the turnstile, mate.
Alright, okay. Plymouth True Blues have just posted, hey guys, enjoying the show, hopefully see a few of you down next week. Bring your speedos, it's roasting. Fox in the comment.
I'm well past the speedo age, mate. Long johns I wear now.
Is there anybody going to that?
Oh, Plymouth True Blues, oh, we're down there in a fortnight, mate.
No, Fox, we're down there next Friday.
Is it next Friday as short as that, mate? I'm looking forward to going there. I better start packing my bags when we come off Verde, and it takes me a week to get ready. Aye, we're meeting yourself down there, so, well, you're picking us up, I think, at Exeter, so we'll be flying down to Exeter and you can pick us up. I'm looking forward.
True Blues.
Was down there, I think it was 2 years ago we were down there, and maybe even it was a year or four, I can't remember.
2 years ago, it's usually 2 years ago before people let you back.
Aye, it's a big do. Great club down there in Plymouth, mate. Absolutely bouncing, mate. I thoroughly enjoyed my last time down there, and I'll hopefully enjoy myself as much. As long as the weather stays the way it is now, mate, it'll be absolutely terrific. I think the Founders Trail are also going down, so we should have a good wee swally down there at that time, mate.
Looking forward to it, mate. Looking forward to it next Friday. Eat up with some good bears and talk about the Rangers. Can't beat it, Denver, eh?
Oh, aye. I always, I'll tell you, I always look forward to my trips home, you know. It's never long enough when I get home, right enough, you know, but aye, good meeting all the old Blue Noses again and all that, you know, it's all good stuff.
Can I just say about that Plymouth, dude, you're picking us up to Exeter. I'm expecting you to turn up with the chauffeur's uniform and hat, by the way. Me and Broxy want to be treated like royalty when we're down there.
You've more chance of me turning up with the speedos to get used to.
Oh, no, you'll need to step a wee bit up in the normal routine that you do, mate. We come through that airport, we want to see you. Get a glamorous assistant to put the wee board up and say Mr. Fox and Broxy, will you?
I've been thinking hard about that.
Right, so we're getting a surprise, are we?
Aye. It might not be the surprise that you're thinking right enough. But we'll see. Are you planning to come over for any games this season, Denver?
I'm hoping to get out before the end of the year, Oxide. There's some fantastic deals with Iceland there. They were advertising for $599 round trip, which is a great deal.
All right, okay.
So I got an email the other day, and there's a sale, Iceland Air, direct Denver to Glasgow via Reykjavik, $599. So hopefully we'll get up on that and get a week there. And I'm hoping my boy's heavily involved in a lot of stuff at the moment. So hopefully when he completes all that stuff by September, we maybe take a week here in October. I'd love to take in 3 games. You know, if it was a Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday game, you know, I'd love to bring
just make sure you look at the international breaks, mate, when you're doing it.
Aye. And you say that the fixtures, the league fixtures, are released next Friday, is that right?
That's correct, mate. That's correct.
Aye. We'll look into it and see what's going on. You know, maybe, hopefully, if we get a European game as well, if we qualify for the sections, you know.
October? Jeez, even our good teams never get out of Europe in October.
What do you mean, even the good teams, Alex? What do you mean, even the good teams? We're due a break. We're due a big turnaround here. We're going to bring it up this year, I'll tell you. I think there's going to be a lot of people surprised.
How do you see it going, Denver? Seriously, I've said that I'm not saying we're going to win the league. I'm saying we're going to get 20 more points. Our form is abysmal at Ibrox.
Oh, aye, that's going to change, Ox. Steven Gerrard's not going to put up with that nonsense. He'll just boot the arses and that's it. There's been too much management there at the Rangers, for the last few years. It's time for a big change. We're not going to be a professional club again,
Okay, we've just been joined by Travel Rug. Evening, Travel Rug.
Evening, my old mate.
Good evening.
How is one?
Aye, good, aye.
Aye. Got to take that Lee Wallace poster down.
Oh, it's still up there now.
Is it?
Aye.
Your line sounds
Maybe the
good.
wrong
I
person that was suspended.
take it you're not at home, mate, with a good connection.
That's correct. I'm actually calling you from the middle of the North Sea.
Are you? Does it know about
I'm on the
wet
boat
there?
now.
No.
These phones nowadays, folks.
What's on your mind?
What?
Travel Rug?
No, I've not spoke to you for a while, so it's been quite a bit of change since I last spoke, I think.
Well, we've been on for a few weeks, so...
I know, I've been watching.
Huh?
I've been watching and trying to listen, but you're never there. I call all the time and you
I know
never
you must be
answer.
heartbroken with that song they're singing about Lee Wallace, the cry was no defender.
They suspended the wrong one, mate.
So what's your thoughts,
Your mate
Stevie
Marty
G?
caused all the bother.
Stevie G,
Excellent.
what's happening?
Great. What a lift it's been, eh?
Aye.
Aye, it's been great. Brilliant.
Young Travel Rug, how's he bought into it?
Aye, well, all of a sudden there's a wee bit of an interest there, so I doubt him and all his wee pals at school are talking. It's obviously a name that a player and a name that they all recognise, so which is maybe that wee bit of something a bit special that's been brought back to the club.
Box office,
So,
box office.
Absolutely, aye, and aye, there's they seem to be the club seem to be doing things properly as well now. They seem to be fighting back, and all the fans seem to be getting on side again with it all. And I wonder all this carry on where they're taking on the authorities in the country. I wonder if there's certain people that was on the board have disappeared now and they've actually grown a set.
I think obviously the guy, what's his name, was it Hughes? The guy that's disappeared.
No, I'm talking about people within our club. Certain directors, we seem to be a patsy all the time, so... Aye, the guy Hughes, aye.
I mean, obviously...
But we've all known this, you know what I mean? It's nobody's ever fought back, but all of a sudden we seem to be baring their teeth a wee bit. So hopefully it's just the start of it. Start to get results on the pitch, and then and the whole thing will just turn, I think.
You can see a seed change, mate, a positivity, but obviously you've got to win football matches, Travel Rug, yeah?
Absolutely, aye, and it's great the amount of supporters that's backing the club as well, and for the club to make a stance about the away tickets. It could have been quite embarrassing if the seats were lying empty, but it's great that the supporters have just turned around and bought all these tickets. So
did you see that coming, mate? Did you see that coming?
I think if you look, we probably sell out most of our home games anyway. Any spare tickets that was gone, we always seem to be either at capacity or near capacity, and that was for every home game. So there's obviously a demand for tickets there, but for it to happen all so quickly, it's a great show of support, and aye, let's hope it turns and the players start to realise that it's a special club and a special group of fans. So I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. I'm going to be away for the first friendly, which is I actually got a leave on that day, that the 6th of July game. So.
Right, okay. How did,
but
on a personal note, how did James Tavernier's wedding go, mate?
Oh, that was a smashing day. Aye, it was a great day. I wasn't the best man, but I got to take care of the ring.
All right, okay. I know you're a big fan, mate. I know you're a big fan.
Well, there you go. He's, seems to be Tavernier and Windass are going to be there. So I've got something to moan about for the rest of the season anyway.
Paper, don't believe everything you read in the paper. You know. Denver.
I'm impressed with the backroom team he seems to be bringing in as well. It's good that you're. It's great to get somebody like Gerard, but to go and take all the backroom team as well. These guys have got great reputations, and they're leaving behind a club that's just appeared in the Champions League final.
Aye, I mean positivity.
And they're coming up the road to us. So
fitness, mate, was something we never looked. The boy, was it Flanagan that used to play with as a young boy? Played a couple of games, we got him with Hibs. And our fitness never seemed to improve, in my opinion. You know, I don't know if anybody else seen it slightly different. Ulster? Oh, we lost the big man. Denver, you still with us?
I'm still here, aye, guys. Yep.
Aye. Fitness. We were a club that was always had a reputation that we were still going when other teams would wear them into the ground sometimes. Sometimes we floundered a wee bit, so a new backroom staff, I think it's a positive, mate, if I'm being really honest.
Oh, I need to, you know, as Travel Rug says, you know, you're bringing guys for a top club, you know, and a top guys coming in, you know, and turning it into a professional club again, you know, and professional manner, you know, you can't beat that, guys, you know. I'm so looking forward to this season, man. Can't wait.
Sorry, I'm just laughing. Is anybody in the lobby? Fox, are you in the lobby?
I am on, mate. Hold on, I get it up, mate.
Yeah, read Patchy.
Aye, his wife's quite right. I wouldn't notify him either.
He didn't know the show was on. He said to his wife, "Oh, the show's on." She says, "I know, I get told on Facebook." She never told them.
You were talking earlier on. Right, carry on then. Sorry.
On you go, Denver.
A quick question for you, Fox. I've been trying to log into the lobby for the last couple of weeks, but I've not been able to get in. How do I go about changing things?
No, clear your cookies out, mate. It's probably you need to clear the cookies out of your browser, right, mate. So I think that right, okay. if you've any other problems, mate, PM me on Rangers Radio, and I'll give you a temporary password, and you can change it again when you come in. Okay.
All right, bro. Thanks, mate. All right, thanks.
Travel Rug thinks that means you eat all the custard creams.
Empire biscuits, guys. Empire biscuits.
Empire biscuits. Yes. Travel Rug.
Aye.
We've signed a couple of players, obviously a goalkeeper, Arfield, boy on loan. Looks as if we'll go to the centre half potentially. It's just the start. Are you happy with what's happening so far?
Hello, you still there, aye?
Aye, mate. Did you hear me?
Aye. Well, I heard you starting to rhyme off some of the signings.
Aye. Are you happy?
I'm happy with the signings so far. Definitely need to get a couple of central defenders, I think. But I'm also intrigued to see what he's going to do with some of these players that are there, because I think we've seen it in flashes with some of the players. Never seen it that often where they would all play well together. But there's got to be players there that have got talent that somebody can bring that out of them, you know.
I think it's positive though. There's going to be a lot of
Bacon's
comings and goings for me.
Well, you're just dropping out and in sometimes travel. I think it's been out in the middle of the North Sea. Try keep taking your phone out of the water, mate. Oh, I think we've lost him.
To be fair, he's better on there than he is in his inertia, isn't he?
Aye, well, aye.
You back with us, Ulster?
Yes, I am indeed.
Too many women in that house, mate. I keep telling you that.
I know. I one of them got up there, but she's back in her bed.
Anyway, yeah, well, travel rugs away, is that too? North Sea. The club in the last few weeks, we've been on the front foot with the authorities. Did you see that mindset changing, Ulster?
No, but I'm glad it has. I think we've took our fair share, to be honest. I think they've been chipping away at us, you know, because we're probably an easy target because we're in disarray for such a long time. I think it's time to stand up for ourselves, you know. They're bringing up issues that are gone now, to be honest. I thought this resolution, whatever, the 11 or whatever it was, I can't remember the term they used for it, was they actually, you know, to draw a line under things. And unfortunately, they're trying all different wee routes to try and keep harming the club. And I think that can't happen anymore. And I'm glad that the board's starting to step up now. And hopefully, you know, it'll keep these people away from trying to harm us. Well, it probably won't, but hopefully with us starting to attack a wee bit ourselves, they'll maybe think again when they're going to try and harm us, because they know they're going to be dealing with a club and a board who's united and who'll fight them.
Fox, us as a support, we can handle fair criticism, but we can't handle some of the injustices that's been thrown our way.
Well, it's no a fourth time, mate, that the board started to fight back. I think the support have been well on top of what's going on with Rangers in the press and the media at the SFA for the last couple of years. And I think that Dave King has eventually got round to seeing the problems that we all see. I hope he's got a plan behind it. He's started to stir it up with the SFA. They have replied back, but I think Dave King knows something that or he's got information on other things, and I hope he carries on with the way he's going. It's helping with the support. The support want to see the board being a bit stronger than just turning a blind eye to every single thing that comes out against this club. And the more they do it, the more they'll be appreciated by the fans, mate. And for me, it's been a long time coming.
Denver, have you picked that up in the last few weeks?
Oh, you know, I think the follow on to the banning as much, and then going after the guys who have, you know, we've been chipped. As Ulster says, they've chipped away at us, you know, and everything is negative about the Rangers. You never see anything positive about it. And yet, when the Terriers bring in now, they're the best team in the world and all that. So it's good to see we're fighting back. Hopefully it continues, as Fox says, you know. We need to regain our right. Places.
Yeah. Taking part in the club, and I hope to see that. I listened to a bit of Clyde during the break we were getting off, and every single story that
For a girl so young, to Glasgow City to come, seeking fortune and the new way of life. How could they all know that their ambitions would grow? Such a beautiful story, but here's how it goes. Four lads had a dream to start a football team. They had no money, no kids, not even a ball. They still carried on. The Rangers were born. 54 titles, we're still going strong. To start a football team. They had no money, no kids, not even a ball. They still carried on. The Rangers were born. 54 titles. We're still had a dream to start a football team. They had no money, no kids, not even a ball. But they still carried on. The Rangers were born. 54 titles, we're still going strong. Football team. They had no money, no kids, not even a ball. But they still carried on. Lifting for titles, we're still going strong.